Hey, it's Fred here. Today we're doing a Cobra Kai character tier list by how badass they are. That's right. First, we got Hawk. I'd say Hawk is a very badass. He's not complete badass, but very badass. He's showing signs of making the right decisions. I mean, he's not. Don't get me wrong. He's badass, but he shows some signs of weakness still. So for that reason, he's just very badass. Kyler, weak. Just weak. We'll see where he goes from here, but just weak right now. Dimitri is he's very badass. He stands up to people. He tells people what he thinks. He has some weaknesses. He's not all the way there, but he's very badass. Allie Allie is taking into account Karate Kid. She's pretty badass. She stands up to Johnny and she does what she wants. She's fairly badass. Now Amanda is also very badass. She does not care what other people think. She'll do it. You know, she'll get things done. If she tells Daniel to stop, it's time to stop. Um, so for that reason, she's badass. Bert, ooh, I want to put Bert into complete badass, but he's not quite there yet. He's still evolving. Bert is just badass. He's stuck with his guns at Cobra Kai, and I respect that. He's one of their best students. He's a future complete badass. Miguel's mom, hmm, she's badass for letting Miguel fight again. I'll give her that. Um, Chris is he's badass for hitting Mitch with that textbook. Not gonna lie, that was a fairly badass move. Um, what do we got? Johnny, complete badass. I don't think I need to say anything. He is the definition of a complete badass. Next we got Aisha. She's badass. Um, very badass. Wow, yeah. That front wedgie she gave Yasmin, she's solidified herself as very badass. Next we got Yumiko. Um, hmm. Yeah, she's badass. Just the fact that she set up Daniel and Chosen that way, I think that's fairly badass, and she's yeah, we'll put her there. Miguel, hmm, yeah, he doesn't need to act like anything else. Miguel is just complete badass, and he's learned from the best. Tori is this is very badass. I think even more than Hawk, she's had to fight for everything she has, and she's still fighting, working two jobs. Um, yeah, she doesn't care. She went right after Samantha after she stole her boy. So yeah, that's badass to me. I want to put her in complete badass. We'll see where this list goes. Anush, not badass. He switched sides. I appreciate that he switched back, but and he's got good morals, but he's borderline weak. Not really badass. And Johnny walks right up to him and gets all the information he needs. Next we got what's his name? Mitch. Unfortunately, you know, he never shook off the ass face name. He's not very badass, and he got slapped by a textbook, so unfortunate. Next we got Nathaniel, who goes around here. He comes off as more badass than Mitch for some reason. Next we got Crease, who, yeah, complete badass, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he's a complete badass. We'll just put him there. But I think Johnny's more badass than him. Moon, she's she's badass in her own way. She stands up to people and she tells them, "Hey guys, let's be real." But she's not quite there. But yeah, we'll put her here. She's badass to stand up and challenge the norms, and she shows up with a girlfriend, and Hawk is a little bit too conservative for that, and I think that's pretty badass. Next we got Chosen. Top of very badass. I love the prank he pulls. I love how he shows the aggressive side of Miyagi-Do, and I think it's very badass. Samantha is not badass. Um, I almost want to put her in weak. Nah, she'll go in the top of not badass. She just doesn't do it for me, you know. She just doesn't like when you think of Samantha, you don't think badass at all. She comes off as a little annoying. Louie is pretty badass. We'll put him at the bottom of badass. He straight up finds a biker gang and trashes Johnny's car, which is not cool, but pretty badass. Not gonna lie, and he's not afraid to stir some trouble. Daniel, this might be unpopular, but Daniel is a badass. Watch the Karate Kid movies. He's fiery. He even goes. I think he goes above Miguel. Like people underestimate how badass Daniel is. And then on the other side we have a runner, um, just not badass. He he doesn't embrace Johnny's badass. He's kind of weak. He doesn't know what he wants. Bobby, badass. We'll put him at the bottom of very badass. Stingray, yeah, complete badass. He has the quickest transformation in the show, and it's a shame he's not in season 3, but he's just a complete badass. If they still had him on the Cobra Kai team, I don't know. I would have sided with Cobra Kai for season 4. Yasmin, um, hmm. We'll put him. We'll put her just above Samantha because she has good character development. She's now going out with Dimitri, who of course is a very badass character. So she's getting there, not quite there yet. Tommy, badass. Even though he was sick, he ran out of that hospital and wanted to beat up some guys at a bar, and he just wanted to be with his friends. Very badass. So he goes just above Bobby. Miyagi, boy, he's badass in his own way. He has to go in. He's so badass that he's not even in the series, and he carries more impact than any other character in the show. So if that's not badass, then I don't know what is. Lucille, keeping keep making Daniel who he is, and being from New Jersey, I'd say she deserves to be in the badass character category. We'll put her here. Rosa, very badass. We'll put her just in between Aisha and Amanda. She stands up to Carmen, and she's funny. I like Rosa. Call me. Um, Sid, nerd. I don't think I need to say much about that. Um, Lynn, she shows she's not badass, but she's a fighter. She's not quite there yet at badass. Well, you know what? She's a hustler. We'll put her at the bottom of badass. Sean, badass, and I respect his respect for people who can fight back, and for that reason, we'll put him just below, just above Chris. Next we have Counselor Blatt, nerd. This guy, he's a hustler. He's at the bottom of badass. Cruz, weak. Trey, weak. Needed to hire another guy to do their job. It's just weak. Not quite. Yeah, bottom of weak. Who else? What's his name? Brooks. I have a good feeling about Brooks. I feel like he's not weak. He's just not badass yet. We'll put him at the bottom of not badass. Shannon, not badass. There's not much to say. She needs to grow as a character still. Put him just below Anush. Yuna, she is taking into consideration the Karate Kid movies. She has to go in very badass. Or, yeah, complete badass. And I'm actually going to move Amanda up to complete badass as well, just above Crease, because she even tells Crease off one time. Uh, yeah, Yuna ringing that bell, risking her life for that, very badass move, and also going past her company's wills to do the deal with Daniel, very badass move. And I'm not gonna lie, Tom Cole is pretty badass too. Um, he's weak inside probably a little bit, but he's showing signs. We'll put him at the bottom of badass, and we've already had Bobby. So let me know if you disagree with me. Subscribe, please. Uh, Stay tuned for more badass content, and let me know what tier list you want next. Give me your 3 most badass characters in the comments. Alright, thank you for watching, guys.